Good morning. I have an announcement to make. I'm blonde again. No, I'm just kidding. I am blonde again. And for those of you who have been following the saga of my hair, cut, color, dye experience on social media, never fear. The entire story is forthcoming. Actually, what I did want to say today is I'm asexual. Yay! Yeah, why am I deciding to make this video now? I had an impulse to make it about a year ago. I procrastinated, I forgot, and now Pride Month is coming around again. And I've spoken at length on this channel about my feelings around Pride Month, the good, the bad, the ugly, the miscellaneous. My asexuality is something that I am proud of, and it also is a queer identity that is often left out. It can be sort of diminished or devalued in Pride and in queer spaces generally. So I just wanted to make this video and talk a little bit about my identity, my experience, more specifically, my experience of coming to this identity, of coming to this label. I thought about it. And honestly, I know I share a lot of things with you here on YouTube, but one thing I'm not at all interested in sharing is how my asexuality manifests in my own life in terms of things like sexual attraction and relationships. I feel like that's private, that's personal, and so I'm not going to share that with you in this video. If you've been on my channel, you may recall some videos in the past, way back in 2020 and I think 2021, where I identified as demisexual. For me, it meant that I would not experience sexual attraction until I developed emotional intimacy with someone, and that label felt okay. I don't know that it ever truly aligned with my personal experiences of attraction and intimacy, but honestly, I just didn't know enough about asexuality to be able to understand and contextualize my experiences, let me tell you. I think it was right at the end of 2021, like New Year's Eve 2021, or right at the beginning of 2022. I was on Tumblr, as you are, as we are, as a frickin' army of bots are these days. Anyone still on Tumblr? It's like a battlefield there. I was on Tumblr, I came across a post. I don't entirely remember the context of the post, but there was a section in it where the author was talking about wanting to have sex with another person. And like a thunderbolt from the heavens, from the hands of Zeus himself, I thought, oh my God, that's a real thing that people experience. It's a real thing that people experience. Here is a real life person talking about actively and actually wanting to have sex with another person, followed by an instantaneous thunderbolt strike, which was, I have never felt that way, and I thought it was made up. I thought it was made up. Okay. So many people talk about romance and how because of the media that we consume, whether it's books, films, or television shows, so many of us have developed unrealistic expectations of what romance should look like and feel like. My entire life, I really understood that. I was like, this romance, again, I've spoken about romance on my channel. I was like, it's kind of made up. At some point, what I did with the idea of sexual attraction was kind of like copy and paste that idea, but like to the extreme, because I was not experiencing sexual. I myself was not experiencing sexual attraction. I mean, like, definitely nowhere on the scale that it's depicted in like contemporary media and erotica, but even to like the most minuscule percentage, like the most minuscule little bitty bit of that, I was just not experiencing it. And so I said to myself, okay, well, this is another thing that society is supposed to, I use society as like a broad term. We're all meant to have these unrealistic expectations around what sexual attraction is, and actually, no one's feeling it. This experience I'm having is the normal experience, and people just pretend that they're attracted to people because they feel that's what they should do. This is the mental gymnastics that went on in my brain around the idea of sexual attraction. And so, wow, when I was on Tumblr in 2021 or 2022, suddenly reading about someone who was like, yeah, I really love sex or whatever, I was like, what? It's real. This single experience allowed me to recontextualize my own identity and say, do you know what? I'm not demisexual. I do not think, oh wow, do you know what? I'd really love to have sex with another person. No, Coming to this realization has been extremely affirming for me because it has helped to recontextualize a lot of my past experiences. And it's also allowed me to think more clearly about what I value in terms of intimacy and physical intimacy specifically. Was there something else that I wanted to talk about? And I'm starting Pride Month a day early. I'm gay, so I'm allowed to. I'm hoping to sort of run the gamut from queer and trans joy to also addressing things like the increasing attacks on queer and trans people in the United States. So definitely stay tuned for that. Be cognizant and proactive about how you give your resources and energy this Pride Month. Do remember that the queer community, the trans community is under attack right now. So please try to be as mindful as possible with where you spend your money, time, energy, and attention. And I will see you on Sunday for a tiny little bit of art about my experience of asexuality. Bye-bye.